is how I think that happened.
So I think what we're gonna do, since it's already almost 9, is we're just gonna go ahead and show off what I ended up submitting as my rough draft for my KLDC level.
Did you beat the level?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice.
Thanks. So this is the level. The actual submission has all of this intro stuff made more anonymous. And you also can't switch between Mario and Daisy in the final draft. You can in this one, but that's because this is in Bunbun 3. One thing that's taught me, at least, creator bias is major. True. It is very easy to drastically overshoot difficulty of something, even though you think it's like pretty straightforward. Especially if you incorporate a lot of like specific regrabs and stuff. But sort of to preview this level, this is my KLDC level. Post playtesting from Circle Friendo, Third Wall, and John.
You should probably have a KLDC spoiler sometime.
Oh, true.
I got it.
I got it, it's okay.
Sorry, I realized I didn't say KLDC anywhere, and you're probably friends with some of the judges, so.
Yeah, we should update the title. Thanks.
I got you. There's not usually a spoiler alert necessary.
Yeah.
Also, Star, I just finished my Del Taco chili cheese fries, and you know I thought of you. And
You showed up just in time.
of course it was Del Taco night. Tuesdays are always for Del Taco.
So a lot of these obstacles actually got slightly reworked since the last time they've been on stream. Mostly just to either clarify them or, in the case of the first section specifically, actually make it a little bit harder. Because shoutouts to the Third Wall, kindly told me that I could make a couple different obstacles for the first half and have that stand out a little bit more. Which I think it did. The first half was pretty straightforward before. I also played with the foreground colors a little bit and upped the saturation to help them stand out from the background a little bit more. This obstacle in particular is completely new. Stream hasn't seen this one before. I think everything up until now has basically been the same since the last time I streamed it. But this obstacle, where you have to very quickly land on the gray platform and then jump off to the other one, marathon inspired from the visuals, so I'm glad we were able to incorporate in a little bit of the platforming from it too. You can actually do this obstacle without jumping back over to the left, but I prefer to do it by jumping over to the left. And this jump has basically been designed in a way so this truck pretty much always jumps. It's not perfect, but 9 times out of 10 if you follow the coin trail it works, I think. And shoutouts to Ultima for the port that we're using in this level, by the way, because it's very good. Yeah, you can just stay on the right side here. John did that during playtesting and I wanted to keep it in. I added a muncher here so you can't just, like, you actually have to run into the pipe instead of just holding the wall there. It's a really, really small change, and I expect maybe someone will die to it, but it's one that felt better. Third segment, this got adjusted slightly. There was ground up there before. If you jumped too high, I got rid of it because it felt pretty bad to do. This obstacle in particular is one that I still might slightly tweak before actual, like, final submission in a couple of weeks. Because it feels sort of like just pulling the snake along, which, like, is fine, I guess, but there's probably something else I could do here that accomplishes the same thing. Because if you get stuck here for a little while trying to get the mushroom, it is a little annoying. Bouncing off of the snake itself is actually, like, extremely lenient. Like basically if you're in position to bounce off of the snake at all, you will bounce off the snake. And then this ending is the way that it is. I don't really think there's anything I could do different about this ending. I like it the way it is, but it is a little particular. But this level's also only 3 segments compared to last year's KLDC entry, which is 4 segments. So I figure I can be a little bit more dense with the obstacle design this way. Of all of the obstacles in the level, the mushroom grab into that small spin jump is the main one that I'm still considering tweaking. But I also kind of like it because that fire snake like randomly freaks out and jumps up, right? If you wait too long, that Chuck can actually bounce you up into those bottom munchers. It happened to John during playtesting and he recommended I keep it, so I did. But yeah, that's our KLDC entry for this year. I don't really think it's significantly gonna change before submission. There's only like 1 or 2 obstacles that I think might change. The visuals feel pretty much finalized, I would say. I might slightly tweak some color values if I see it on someone's TV and it looks weird, but yeah. I was going to switch over to Bun 3 design in general and just kind of find something to do, but I've been going for about 2.5 hours, and honestly, I had a really long work day, so...
It's a sleepy kind of day.
Yeah, so I think we're going to just go ahead and wrap it up here a little early. Looking pretty good, thank you. I'm pretty happy with it. I think we're leaving KLDC in this year with a more polished level than we left last year's, and I felt pretty good about last year's entry. Thanks for stream, of course. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
I'll be back on Friday, which honestly will actually work out pretty well.
Just went live.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh.
I just didn't want you to feel pressured to raid.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for playing again, of course. Thanks for making it. So, if you are subbed and want to join on the raid, feel free to !raid. If you are not subbed but still want to come on the raid, feel free to do so with whatever cute emotes that you want. And yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Bun will be back tomorrow morning for more painting and art stuffs. So yeah, stay tuned for that. What is that person that you just showed me streaming right now? Because I didn't see them. Huh.
Why?
Because I didn't see them in SMW, but I was also looking in SMW specifically.
Can you look for them by
Oh, they were at the bottom. That's why. Okay.
Okay.
So we are gonna raid Blue Ribbon High Life.
I think they literally just went life because I said it at the same time that you said high life.
Yes. We're gonna raid Blue. Shouldn't really be much of a surprise.